Hey guys, welcome to another episode of This Is In My Garage, and today we're going to talk about doing your trim in your car. A lot of guys are doing the fiberglass setup. I went and did a different approach. Instead of me going with the fleece, fiberglass mat, chip brush, resin, hardener, and then going through all the steps, of course the adhesive spray, which I forgot to put out here on video. It's a 3M 777. You basically spray the adhesive on, then you apply 3M adhesive spray on your fleece, and then you go and apply it, and you wait a couple of minutes, then you throw your resin on top, wait until it hardens, then your fleece, then your fiberglass mat. You break it up, you place it on top of your fleece with some more resin, and you wait until that hardens. Then you add rondo or bondo on top and go from there. What I did here is totally different. Okay, so here I went with a different approach. I went and did rondo. It's basically resin mixed with bondo. You stir it up and mix it up fairly well and watch the consistency of the bondo and resin mix. What you want to do is you want to have it fairly liquidy where you can apply it with a chip brush, and once you apply it on your panel, you just let it sit and dry. Do not forget to put your hardener in there. I use the red hardener versus the fiberglass hardener. It seems to work better and hardens up faster than the clear hardener. As you can see here, this panel here is done with the rondo mix. And you just apply it, sand it, and lays down pretty smooth. After that, as you can see, I went ahead and primed some pieces, and they came out decent. Of course, you have to wet sand after you're done. You have to wet sand these panels. I found that either rondo or resin mix, it's actually great to use when you're trying to a flat surface on your trim panels of your interior of your car, where basically you're doing is you're smoothing out the panels so it doesn't have this texture, which I'm about to show you. It's a texture as so. I don't know if you can see that. And that texture right there is what you're doing, is you're smoothing out the panel and you're making it look like it was fiberglass. You have to sand the panels first before applying the resin. Okay, so here on the dash I use resin, and this is my first coat. Alright, I went ahead and applied the resin, and then I sanded it with 80 grit. Like I said, I mixed it, 8 ounces, 30 drops, and then I applied it. Okay, so here I am mixing some resin for the dashboard again. This is going to be my second coat I'm applying. I mixed 8 ounces, 30 drops. The can requires that you do 10 drops per ounce. I did 30 drops only because I'm trying not to get it to harden quickly. I want to be able to apply the resin onto the dash. So I'm applying the resin as quickly as possible, but as evenly as I can. I'm using this brush from Walmart. It's 2 inches. It's pretty big, thick. It's thicker than a chip brush. I actually like using this brush versus the chip brush. I'm able to apply the resin quite fast and evenly on the panel. Here you're going to be able to see the brush strokes on top of the dash, which is fine because once this hardens, you're able to sand the brush strokes out. As you can see here, this is the second coat of resin on this dashboard. I am sanding it down with 80 and then 150. After this, I'll prime it and then I'll wet sand and get ready for paint. Once again, I'm not doing the fiberglass because this will actually give me the same type of look as fiberglass. The only difference is that I am actually cutting down on the steps: adhesive, fleece, resin, fiberglass, resin, sand it down, rondo, sand that down, touch up, prime, wet sand, and so forth and so forth. As you go on, you'll see that it's a lot of steps to do the fiberglass. Here, I done cut quite a few steps. Here's the resin now. I'll do the primer. I'll wet sand. I find any imperfections after the wet sand, I'll go ahead and I'll touch it up with some metal glaze. I'll lightly sand that. Then I'll get it ready for paint. Or I'll use spot putty on top of this panel. For the most part, it's smooth. It doesn't have no more of the texture on the dash. This is including a lot of other vehicles that got the same type of material on the dashboard. So this will work on any vehicle, make or model. So this is not just on this particular vehicle. I hope this video was helpful. If you like what you saw, and of course, I'll keep you posted on this interior and the finish out. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I appreciate all those that are subscribing and leaving comments. And be safe.